for question 1, okay, work out the difference. Okay, so key thing here is, okay, from 4 degree it decreases to 0, and from 0 it decreases again to negative 5.5. Okay, so the solution that I used was negative 5.5 minus 4, then I will get 9.5 degree difference. Question 2, pretty straightforward. Simply key it into your calculator, then you'll be able to get the answer. $270,000. Okay, change it into 2.7. Then calculate how many times you need to shift it. So in our case, it's 5 times. So 2.7 times 10 to the power of 5. Question 4, pretty straightforward. Simply multiply x into 2x plus 3 and 5 into x plus 5 into x minus 7. Okay. Question 5. Okay. Probability that Sammy win the race is 26%. Okay. So for you to change Paul's fraction into percentage, simply take 9 over 35 times 100. Then you get 25.71%. So who is likely to win? It will be Sammy, because Sammy has a higher probability compared to Paul. Question 6. Okay, so this one is slightly tricky. Okay, so key thing here will be the term lower bound of the mass. Okay, and also the rounding value, which is nearest gram. So 1 gram divided by 2 equals to 0.5. So for you to find the difference, okay, simply take the upper bound of 75 gram and the lower bound of the 120 gram. Okay, because they wanted to find the lower bound in difference of these two pairs. Hence, the one with higher value need to be lowered down, and the one with lowered value need to be pumped out. So the difference will be 44 gram. Question 7, pretty straightforward. Okay, simply just take the integer, multiply by integer. So 6 times 4. Then u will be power of 1 plus 1 times w, power of negative 3 plus 6. So the final results will be 24 u square w cube. Question 8, we'll be using a formula here. Okay, so it goes by x1 minus x2 square plus y1 minus y2 square. So your final results will actually be square root 185, and the value will be 13.6 unit. Question 9, pretty straightforward. Okay, you can just refer to my workings and get the final answer as 4 1 over 5. Question 10. So for you to calculate the distance, simply calculate the area of this particular shape. Okay, so the tricky part here is that the minute, okay, you are required to multiply by 60 because the speed given was meter per second. Okay, so 3 minus 2 plus 6 minus 0. So the total value you're required to multiply by 60. Okay, divide by 2, then multiply the height, which is 12. So your final area results will be 2520. Question 11. Find the n term. So for part A, it is actually arithmetic sequences, which also known as linear sequences. Okay, so A is actually pretty straightforward. Simply find their term by term difference, okay, which is 4 in our case, and find the zero term. So just simply take 4 minus by 4, then you'll be able to get the answer. Okay, so for part B, okay, this one is actually geometric, or also known as quadratic sequences. So you're required to find the difference in two rows, and if their last row, okay, the final value is the same, which in our case is 6. Okay, then you'll be able to use the formula. Two A equals to triangle, 3A plus B equals to square, and A plus B plus C equals to star. Okay, so simply run the calculation, then you'll be able to get A's value as 3, B as 0, C as 8, and substitute it into AN squared plus BN plus C. So after you run the calculation, you'll be able to get the final answer as 3n squared plus 8. Question 12. Okay, P is inversely proportional to the square Q plus 4. So the keyword here is inversely proportional. So the formula goes by P equals to K over Q plus 4 squared. So substitute the value of P equals to 2 and Q equals to 2 into the formula. So if you run the calculation, you'll be able to get k equals to 72. So with that being said, we can now substitute 72 and when q equals to -2 to find the value of p, which is 18. Question 13. A car travels a distance of 1280 meters at an average speed of 64 km per hour. So find the time taken, okay, in seconds. So you're required to change the kilometer per hour into meter per second. So 64 you're required to multiply by 1000 and divide by 60 times 60. Because in an hour there's 60 minutes and for each minute there's 60 seconds. So after conversion we'll get 160 over 9. Okay, so with that being said, we can now take 160 over 9 equals to 1280 over unknown, which is the time taken for us to travel. So the answer will actually be 72 seconds. Question 14. So this one is actually a vector question. Show that PS equals to 2B. Okay, so first thing first, I will be utilizing the information SQ. Okay, so SQ is actually SP plus PQ in our case. Okay, so by running a calculation, we'll be able to identify that SP will actually be -2B. So PS will be 2B. So part B, so PQRM will actually be a parallelogram. Okay, because PM is equals and parallel to QR. So question 15, okay, this one is actually relatively tricky. So what I usually do is to identify the horizontal and vertical line first. So the lines that we have here will be y less than 8. So since it is dotted line, so we will not consider it as less than equals to. Okay, whereby the following two lines is actually solid line. Okay, so simply select 2 points from the respective line and find their gradient. Okay, after you identify the gradient, then you can check this C, which is intersection at y-axis, okay, to construct the formula. So one of the line will goes by y more than equals to -x plus 6, and the other one will actually be y more than equals to x plus 2. Question 16. George invested 5,000 for 14 years at a rate of 2%. Keyword here, compound interest. So 5,000 times 102% to the power of 14. Okay, so your results will actually be 6,597.39. However, the key thing here is that for compound interest formula, after you run the calculation, it is actually the capital plus interest earned. So you are required to minus out 5,000 from it, and you will get 1,597. Question 17, pretty straightforward. Okay, so just use prime numbers to do the factorizing. Okay, so then you will get 2 times 5 times 3 equals to 30. And for you to find the LCM, okay, of 30 and 45, you can simply take 15 times 2 times 3 equivalents to 90. Question 18, pretty straightforward, so I won't do any voiceover for this part. You can just refer to my working to solve this simultaneous equation. Question 19. Okay, so for you to identify x value, okay, you must be able to check which side of the other triangle is the corresponding side. So EF will actually be equivalent to BC and BA equivalent to ED. So after you run the calculation, you'll be able to get x value as 7.5. Okay, same thing. For you to identify y, compare the same side. DF equals to AC and also AB equals to DE. So after you run the calculation, y will actually be equivalent to 12. Question 20, part A. So I extracted y from the front part, then I get y bracket p plus t, then I extracted 2x for the last two thing inside the equation, then I will get plus 2x bracket p plus t. So after you rearrange it, then you will get y plus 2x bracket p plus t as the final answer. Whereby for part B, okay, things that I did was I extracted 7 from the entire equation. Okay, so I treated h plus k as one unit. So you can consider it as 7x squared minus 21x. Okay, then I extracted h plus k out as well. So I will get 7 times h plus k bracket, the remaining value will actually be h plus k minus 3. So this one is relatively tricky. Okay, you can pay more attention to this particular type of question. Question 10, okay, for you to find the volume. Okay, so for the cone side, pretty straightforward. Okay, as for the sphere, the tricky part will be it is a hemisphere. Hence, you are required to multiply half into the formula given. So after you run the calculation and round it up to the nearest cubic centimeter, which is 285 cm cubed. Question 11, matrix. Okay, you can just refer to my working and sort out this entire question. Question 23, okay, this one is actually the function question. Okay, the part that I would like to discuss will be part C and D. Okay. So f times fx. So fx in our case will actually be 5 minus 3x. So just take f bracket 5 minus 3x and run the calculation. Substitute it into the entire function. So 5 minus 3 bracket 5 minus 3x. So after you run the calculation, you get 9x minus 10. Whereby for you to find the inverse, simply change fx into y. Okay, so y equals to 5 minus 3x. Sort their place, then we get x equals to 5 minus 3y. Rearrange and get the new y. So the new y in our case here will actually be 5 minus x over 3, and this will be the function inverse. So thank you for watching. I hope you find this video helpful. Okay, so if you find this video helpful, feel free to share it to your friends. I wish you all the best in your upcoming examination. Thank you.